Alright guys, I am going to demonstrate how you install VirtualBox on your computer. Now for installing VirtualBox, it doesn't really matter whether you have a Mac computer or a Windows computer. For this example, obviously I'm using Windows, so that's what I'll demonstrate, but you can do this same procedure using your Mac computer running OS X. I have done this on both. My personal computers are Mac and my school computer is Windows, and I have VirtualBox running on both of those. VirtualBox is software that allows you to set up virtual machines on your computer. In other words, that allows you to basically run virtual computers or virtual operating systems on your computer. And so with this video and then the next video following this, you will get to see more about what it is and why it might be useful. It's also required in a couple of the electronics engineering technology classes, and that's the reason that this video is created for you. Okay, so to get started, we're going to open up a browser. For me, that's going to be Chrome, but you can use Firefox, or if you're on a Mac, you can use Safari. On Windows, you can use Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer. It really doesn't matter because we're just going to navigate to a website and we are going to download the VirtualBox installation files that we need. So up in the URL, we want to go to virtualbox.org, virtualbox.org, virtualbox.org. You can also search for that in Google, but you want to make sure that you arrive at this particular page. And this is the welcome to virtualbox.org page here. And you can see over on the left, you've got an about page, screenshots, downloads. Also glaring at you right here is a big link that will take you to the latest and greatest version of VirtualBox. And I suggest that if you're running Windows 10 or if you're running a later version of Mac OS, you can go ahead and download this particular version of VirtualBox. So let's just go to the downloads. Over here on the left, I'm going to click downloads. And this takes you to the download page, and you can see there are some things here that you can download. First of all, like I said, if you're running Windows 10, especially if you're running Windows 10 64-bit, or if you're running a later version of Mac OS, I'd say if you're running Sierra or anything later than Sierra. So Sierra, High Sierra, Mojave, or Catalina. So if you're running the last 4 operating systems from Apple on your Mac, then you can get the latest version 6.14 that you see here. If you want to be safe, you can go back and get a VirtualBox 6.0 build. But for us, I'm just going to show you how to download the latest 6.1.4. And this will probably change soon to 6.1.5. You get updates from VirtualBox about every month or so. But no big deal. You don't have to be running the latest. Now, if you're running an older version, if you're running Windows 7 on your computer or anything older, then you want to go back and get the VirtualBox 6.0 builds. You can click here and then you can get the latest. It's like 6.0.18 or something like that for the latest 6.0 builds, because I don't think the 6.1.4 is compatible with Windows 7 and older. So that's just something to keep in mind. So I am running Windows 10 on this machine, so I am going to get the latest edition here, and underneath 6.1.4 you can see that I can download the one for Windows host or OS X, that's for Mac, Linux, or Solaris. So obviously the one that I want is Windows. If you're on a Mac, you'll click here and you'll get OS X. But I am on a Windows computer, so I'm going to click Windows host. And then Chrome gives me this little notification that it's currently downloading that file. And it's not a huge file, but since I'm doing other things on this computer, like doing this video, it's going to take a little longer than normal. Another thing that you need to grab while you're here is you need to get the extension pack that goes with whichever version you decided to download. Since I'm downloading the 614 platform for Windows, I need to get the 614 extension pack. There's only one extension pack. In other words, it doesn't matter whether you're downloading Windows or Mac, you're going to get this particular extension pack. And it's, so y'all, I'm going to click on this link here, and you're going to see something else downloads. And this is a much smaller file, so it's not going to take as long. Okay, so that means we've grabbed two things from the virtualbox.org website, their downloads page. We have grabbed the latest VirtualBox package. In this case, it's 614, and I clicked on Windows, and that downloaded a file, and here it is. And then I came down and I found the 614 extension pack. That's what you want to look for, the extension pack, and I clicked here. And now I have two files that are waiting for me that I downloaded. Now, if for some reason you're running Windows 7 and you want to install this on Windows 7, back up here at the top, let's get the VirtualBox 6.0 builds. So click there, and that'll take you to this page. And you'll see here we have the VirtualBox 6.0.18 or 18. And there you have Windows, OS X, or Solaris. Or if you have a version of Linux that you want to install this on, you get the appropriate version. Then there is the extension pack. See, here is 6.0.18, and there's the extension pack. So you'll have to get both of these. Now, I'm not getting those because I got the latest 6.1 version. And this will work fine. It does not matter really which one of these you get. But they'll work the same. So it should not be a huge issue. But the very latest version is not going to work in the older operating systems as well. Okay. So now we are done with the VirtualBox website. So I'm just going to minimize my browser. And I am going to go to my downloads folder. And in my downloads folder, you can see that there are two downloads that have occurred today. And there they are. There is the VirtualBox 614 for Windows. And this is an application. This is an executable file. And then there is an extension pack that has a green icon, the green box icon for it on the extension pack. Same version. They need to be the same version. Make sure that what you've downloaded, they match. They are the same version. Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is, the first thing you're going to do here with these two downloaded files is you're going to get the VirtualBox 614 executable. Or if you downloaded 6.0.18, that's what yours will say. And just double click on it. I'm not going to double click on this because I've already done that on this computer. But this is like setting up any other program on your computer. All you do is you double click. It's going to say, do you want to install this software? Do you agree to the license? And just click next and say yes, and just walk through the little the wizard. So if you've ever installed a program on Windows, this is very simple. And then at the very end, it's going to have a little checkbox. Be careful with that checkbox. That's not the end of the world if you forget to uncheck it, but it says run VirtualBox after you finish, or whatever it says. And I usually uncheck that because I'm going to immediately install the extension pack right after that. So after you install VirtualBox, after you double click on this and run through the wizard and it installs, you should have an icon on your desktop that looks like this. See this? It says Oracle VM VirtualBox. So make sure you have that after you go through the installation. If you have any problems with the installation, let me know. I'll do what I can to help you. I don't know that I've run into issues installing this before, but if for some reason you do, I will try to assist you in trying to figure out what's going on. It doesn't take long to install, like 30 seconds to a minute, maybe at the most, something like that. And then after you install that, then come back to what you downloaded And remember the extension pack that you downloaded? Now you want to double click on that. And when you double click on that, it will automatically open VirtualBox, and then it will install the extension pack. Again, this will go by really quickly, just a few seconds. And then you'll get a message that says extension pack successfully installed. Now there has been a couple of times, it's been a long time ago, where I did get an error message where it said that the extension pack did not install. And normally I would just reboot the computer, come back here to this downloaded file and try to install the extension pack again. And then it ran fine. So that's the extension pack. Just so remember, start with the VirtualBox 614 Win, double click on it, let that install, go through the little wizard, answer the questions, yes, yes, next, I agree, whatever. And then when it finishes, you should have VirtualBox installed, and it'll be an icon on your desktop. Then after that, come back to the extension pack, double click on this, and then let that install. That's very quick to install, and then you're done. And then you can choose to keep these two downloaded files, or you can delete them. You know, I have a little folder that I keep stuff in, and instead of deleting it. So, but that's up to you. Once it's installed, you don't need them. If you do need them, you can always go back to the website and grab them again. Okay, so let's assume at this point that you have VirtualBox installed and you have the extension pack installed. Now you just want to double click on VirtualBox, and there it is. This is kind of what it would look like for you guys when you install this. Now I have two machines already here, and so you won't see either one of these that says Windows 2000 or Windows 10 EDU. You won't see those. Yours will just be blank. And so if you get to this point, you don't have any error messages, then you're good to go. And you have VirtualBox installed. So congratulations. Now, in the next video, I am going to walk you through using VirtualBox to set up a virtual machine. And I'll show you what that is and why you're going to need it and how to do that. So hang around for video number 2 on VirtualBox.